Unless Trusova lands 5 quads, then I think she's going to win the Olympics. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Oh my God, everyone just logged in at the same time.
They
like literally at the same time.
Yeah. You know why? Because Kelly lit the candle last week. That's why Kostornaia did so well.
All right, so Polina, click join stage.
Hi, Na. Is everybody ready for the Russian women?
I'm a little disappointed in Na. I called her a couple times this weekend. She didn't
Oh. Hi, Jorge, you're back. I feel like we haven't seen you in a while, Jorge.
Yeah, Jorge.
Hi,
Jorge tried to host the show during the Olympics, and then he just went and took a vacation.
That was a lot of shows, Dave. We all needed a vacation after the Olympics.
I was so tired
so tired. But I'm ready for the Winter Olympics now.
Yeah.
Hi, Emily M. Welcome. Hi, Kelly. Kelly was posting a lot on her Instagram story today.
She was.
Kelly, you really did your girl well with the candle last week.
Oh my God, who are we lighting a candle for today? Oh, I know who I'm lighting a candle for.
Who? I should get my lighter.
Artur Danilian. His hair, the situation. I don't know which any.
I didn't watch the men, so I want to light a candle for.
Also, Kolyada going back to the old program. Okay.
Oh, he was not good in the short.
Yeah, Kolyada getting rid of Schindler's List. This is The Team 2 doesn't need candles, JR.
No, they were great and everything.
JR, I don't think you understand. The candles are where someone's doing poorly, and they need extra Catholic help.
Kolyada did not look good. He looked a little sad too. I don't know.
In the Catholic Church, like you light a candle for someone in the Catholic Church when they're sick.
Yeah, it's like a prayer. It's like a prayer, extra prayer, right?
Yeah.
You light a candle for what you really want. We need to light a fire. Some skaters may need fires, not just candles. Happy birthday, Alexandra.
Hey, Polina.
Hi, Polina. Welcome to the skating lesson.
Hi, guys.
I'm glad we all match.
Yes, this is good. All right. So, Polina, do you have a pyramid for the ladies of Russia? Okay. Who is your number one?
Who is your top woman this week?
Oh, wait. It has to go this way.
I like that you had to flip it.
I did. Yes.
So I watched the ladies for the Russian test skates this weekend. I don't really think there's a clear anybody ahead on top. I think they're all pretty strong. They're all in the very beginning stages of their program. So it's really hard to see who's going to be ready in the next few months to peak at the Olympics, right? Even just the Grand Prix season a month away. Nobody's quite ready to stack on top of each other yet, but I do have plenty of notes for all of the girls, but I thought of their performances.
Okay, so let me just ask you, who stood out to you? So if we don't have a clear winner, who were you just kind of surprised about, or you thought exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, I actually really liked Lisa. I thought she came out this year with new style, if that makes sense. She wasn't in her usual black dresses that she wears every year. I thought she was trying something new and it was really working for her. I loved her short program, her long program too. I thought she had the most complete package of skating out of all of the ladies in terms of pausing in her choreography, taking her time on everything, a lot of authentic movements. So yeah, I like Lisa.
What did you think, Dave Lees? Who was your?
Well, I don't like that Lisa doesn't use her whole body when she skates.
She likes her arms, Dave? No?
She does.
She likes the hands. And she always has a thing on a hand, either a doily or a glove, something to show her hands off. Yeah.
I thought that Maya was the most improved since last year. I thought that she put herself in the conversation, which we didn't really consider her before. So I thought that was impressive.
What about her inconsistency? Does that worry you at all in her long or no? No?
Well, I mean, it's early, right? Were we giving her the early
pass?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so for both of you, I have a question. Do you think Trusova was this not good that she skated so well? If we're going on, it's early. Do you think maybe this was too much, too soon? Polina, we'll start with you.
Very, very impressive, the 5 quads in the free skate. Obviously, a technical feat like no other lady is doing right now. But for me, at least watching right now, she needs so much to develop within the program, transitions, choreography. For me, she's just rushing jump to jump. There was only a flash of the eyes at the start of the program and a flash of the eyes at the end. And that's not connecting with the music. That's not touching the audience emotionally. She doesn't seem into the music or the character at all. She's very concentrated from one end of the rink to the other end of the rink. You can tell she's focusing on her jumps, which right now, the very start of the season, not even the Grand Prix season yet, that makes sense. There's a lot of time for her to still build on that. But I wouldn't say that she's like 100% ready or we need to hang a medal on her neck with that performance right there. This isn't a jump competition. If she wants to come out and show all of those jumps, great. But we don't have a solo jump event. It's a program. And right now there just wasn't a program for me. It was just jump, 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 flash of the eyes.
So do you think the judges will care? Because your Olympic season, Yulia Lipnitskaya was getting like 7-0 in components at the beginning of the season. And then we got to the Olympics, it was like 9-5, 9-7-5, and the program didn't change. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. I can't really say what the judges are going to do. I don't know. We know that the Russian ladies have a huge step up when it comes politically. Like you said, she's going to skate the same program and probably get 9s and 10s in choreography. Do I think that's honest? No. And that's really what I like to talk about when I look at skating and analyze it, because I'm looking at a very technical standpoint of, yes, have you nailed these jumps? And then the second mark, are you giving off that effect in your program? Are you performing with all of the choreography? And I don't necessarily think that's how skating is judged today. But as a past skater myself, and as somebody who loves old school classic skating, I really value that. So I will always push for that.
Yeah. It's just hard to say in terms of, because I think about it, Worlds last year, I don't see any improvement in her second mark. I feel like the quadlet seems more consistent, which is respect, but I worry that it doesn't even matter with her, that if she lands 5 quads, it doesn't matter what she's getting to, what she does in second mark, like she's gonna win, which is sad. I agree with you, Polina. I think it needs to be more of a complete performance. What did you think about Kostornaia? Thoughts on her, Polina?
Kostornaia, I thought, particularly in the short program, when the music started, I was really excited. And then it just fell pretty flat for me. And just in terms of her demonstrating character, I thought she was kind of skating everything halfway, which again, it's early, like she still has a lot of time to develop it. But to use music like that, you have to be 100% committed, 100% full in every body movement. Her back is pretty stiff. She doesn't move her arms through her back shoulder blades. And she needs to really have that fluidity the entire time while she performs. And that's not something that she's doing right now. So that's what she needs to develop with that music. And then the free skate, I just didn't see any real choreography from her either. There was only one transition at the very end of the program, right before her final spin, that really had dance movements and showed some sort of character, but the rest of it just seemed like stroking pattern after stroking pattern into her jumps. And to use music like that, 4 seasons, it's so quick. You need to have really quick feet. You need to have super balletic arms that are constantly changing to the rhythm of the music, use all the nuances. She didn't have that. It was very slow. There wasn't really any connection to the music, in my opinion. So I think she needs to work on the overall program and the character as she continues with that this season.
Do you think her air position is going to hold her back? I mean, these other girls are all doing a lot of quads, whether or not they're always rotated. She seems to really be struggling even in the rotation with her lutz and in her axle. Do you think that will actually be judged accurately and hold her back? Or what do you think on the Grand Prix?
Yeah, her jump technique definitely needs work. She's very open in the air. Her elbows stick out and her feet, her legs are open and kind of a wrappy free leg. They're not tight. Definitely should be getting a lower GOE than other skaters with a really nice tight air position. And it also just makes me very skeptical about the triple axel. And if she's going to try a quad, that's not an air position that's going to sustain her. So that's definitely something that she needs to work on, and she should be scored appropriately for that air position.
Do you think, though, at this point in her career, you know, knowing as a skater that I'm sure there were parts of your skating that at a certain point, it's like, well, can I actually fix this when my muscle memory is so ingrained a certain way to do something? Do you think it's feasible, or do you think it would be smart during Olympic season to try to fix it?
It's really tricky to change your technique, especially after you've gotten all the way through triples. Technique needs to be watched from singles, single jumps. Like, you shouldn't be moving on without that proper technique, because it is just, in my opinion, almost impossible to change by the time you're a senior and you've been doing it for multiple seasons. It's not easy to dismantle that muscle memory. I don't think that we're going to really see big change, especially in the next 6 months leading up to the Olympics. And I don't necessarily think now is the time to mess with that. But I don't think that she should be getting scored like similarly to other girls with better technique. And so that's definitely something that holds her back. And I think that's always something she can work on, is getting her feet together. But I don't think that they should just like try to re-scrap
singles.
Everything. Yeah, like they can't do that at this point with her. So it's going to be a luck game of whether or not she hits everything when it counts, and the other ladies do or don't, see where she stacks up. But yeah.
I felt like in these programs, I don't know if you guys felt this way, like her spark was missing. And I don't know if it was, she was so focused on making up for last year and coming off of an injury and trying to land a triple axel, but I thought she was great, but I didn't get the same like emotional connection that I felt in the past with her.
Yeah, I think she has a lot to work on in the choreography, the connecting in the music aspect, connecting with the judges and audience. It's very primitive right now. So it is super early. It's early.
I feel like she was super sassy the last couple seasons, and they're trying to go like Olympic and classy, but
it's not her.
Yeah. I think especially since we seem to know that she has a lot of sass, it's a little disappointing. Yeah.
It's like they stripped her of like what makes her her, and they're just like, okay, these are safe programs.
Yeah.
What do you think of Anna Shcherbakova? I mean, she seems to, struggling with injuries over the last like 12 months, especially. She didn't do quads here. How do you think she fits in against the other girls? Knowing that she's been the world champion, 3-time Russian champion, do you think she gets a boost for that, or do we need to see quads from her?
That's interesting in terms of whether or not she needs the quads. It's hard because for the short program, I thought that program did not suit her or show off her better qualities in terms of her lower body, which this is evident in pretty much all the programs I've seen her do. But in this program, it was very, very clear. She needs a lot of work on her skating skills. The number one thing that detracts from her skating are her feet and her legs. Her feet are turned in all the time. They're flexed, they're not pointed, so that cuts the line. And then it's so bad in the short program that even her knees are turned inwards when she lifts her leg in any bend position. And so that is just, as a person that's been trained in ballet from a very young age, I know, Jenny, like you were the same way with your balletic type of skating. It's very clear to my eye. Anna does not have that polished look. She doesn't have the balletic look, but her upper body is beautiful. Her upper body, she uses great posture. She uses her arms well. It's just the lower body that disconnects. So there's always something off when I'm watching her. But her edges in the short looked very, very shallow. There was no flow. She didn't seem to cover the ice well on any of her edge work or her crossovers. She really limps her crossovers. I noticed that with all of the Russian ladies. None of them have big, deep crossovers that drag and glide the foot appropriately over the ice while they cross. They all pick their foot up. Tiny, limping, no speed. She's just not utilizing the ice coverage well. And her opening choreography, like she stands on her knees and then she's just on 2 feet the whole time. It's just not demonstrating like senior lady level skating skills and quality right off the bat. And as soon as she starts to, everything's too short. Everything is giving off the effect that she's really scratchy. So I did not love that short program. But for the free skate, I thought that one suited her much more. She looked much more elegant. The legs were still an issue, but they weren't as jarring as the short program. But her jump technique, it's just very not aesthetic. She bends her free leg very aggressively on both the flip and lutz. I don't think that deserves a positive GOE, no matter how great she lands the jump. It's just not good looking to the eye. And I think that's something she should definitely work on. She has these long legs, so she can definitely use the stretch on her technique. But again, that's not something really to mess with 6 months before the Olympics. And I understand that. But again, I would not be scoring her highly on that jump technique.
What's so interesting too about her legs is I think naturally it seems like because she turns in at her hip and then the rest of, her knee, ankle, foot follows. That's one thing, like it's hard every time we see a push to change that. But I don't understand on her spiral, unless it's and I don't want to say this if it's like physically she can't do this, but I have to believe that she could turn her leg out. Like it's one thing if every push is turned in, but the ones where you hold like a long spiral that they don't work. Do you think they work on that? It's just so jarring to see because she's so like aesthetically beautiful. Like you said, her upper body is beautiful. And then you have this whole entire leg that's turned in. It's shocking to me that they don't do something.
It is. And it's definitely something that I think could be improved if they bring the ballet teacher into the rink with her and they go through her program. I used to do that with my ballet teacher before the 2014 Olympics, where every single arm placement was intentional. Nothing was like,
well, do they do
an arm,
ballet?
an arm, an arm. It needs to be connected. I believe they do.
I know they showed, in the off ice.
Wait, they are not doing ballet in the off ice. That's where like.
Yes, I think they do, Dave. Like if you watch the little documentaries, they show them off. Like there's a woman that comes in. Yes, I think there is.
Where's the boogie woogie bot? Is Jelish knockoff? Oh, wait, here he goes. Okay.
There's like a dance man, but I think there's also a ballerina.
Oh, it's on my other account. Okay.
I'm not sure that they take, they don't go to a dance studio and take from professional dance teachers of different styles. That's definitely not what happens. What happens is they have their camp, they're on the ice, they go up to the ballet room, they do their off ice there too, whatever schedule for the day that they have dance. I don't know what kind of dance they're learning. I'm sure they learn some type of like basic ballet technique, but they're definitely not, I don't think, at least, I can't speak on it because I'm not there, but I can't see them doing like ballet technique, an hour and a half of just technique, basic ballet. I don't think they're doing that. I think they're probably doing variations of like modern dance and maybe some balletic stuff, but I don't think that they have like plain ballet classes. I could be wrong, of course. I've never been in the Russian training system, but
it doesn't seem like it.
And that's something that somebody like her really, really needs because she does have that ballerina air about her. She's very, very beautiful from the upper body. Once again, it's just that lower technique is just not there, and it's something that could be worked on with her. I think that's something she could actually change if somebody was there to tell her every single detail.
Yeah. And and the thing about her too that I really respect, she seems to have a great mind, that she skated really well and that she handles pressure well. So those are things again that are much harder to teach in my opinion than turning your leg out.